What is good, Straw Hat Crew, and welcome back to another video. We just hit 50 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say thank you. Thank all y'all guys for the support. I hope y'all keep rocking out with the channel. Y'all keep liking the videos. Thank God. You know what I'm saying? Put him first. You're gonna go places, like always. Yeah. Really, actually, it might not seem like that much to y'all, but 50, from 0 to 50, it means something to me. So thank y'all, truly. With that being said, we're gonna jump straight into the video. Alrighty, and today we got streaming is the new digital slavery. Hey, low key. That's what I'm saying, chat. I mean, not for real, because you're getting paid crazy bread. But like those 10-hour streams, 12-hour streams, it's too much for me.
From streaming to entertain to dancing for the sake of others, how did streaming turn from something that was merely an innocent hobby to a multi-million-dollar industry that rewards its best clowns? That's what I want to talk about today. I want to speak on the various ways that streaming has turned into digital slavery. I want to talk about the chains that both men and women have willingly slid into for the sake of being number one. I think streamers have romanticized this idea of streaming to the point that the audience that is consuming the content doesn't understand the lengths streamers are going to entertain. But that's for later. I'm Yamblin, but you already know I'm the hood Socrates, and let's actually start. What inspired this video was a clip by Quinn Blackwell that resonated with me a lot.
How do you feel about Twitch? I know you do it sometimes. Is it something that you want to do more?
Let me see how to make this nice. I think I have always...
Twitch is a live streaming platform where streamers / broadcasters play video games, cook food, answer questions, interview guests, produce beats, etc., and interact with viewers via live chat function.
I said the biggest influencer will be somebody who gives their life to the internet. And that's what streaming is. And I respect it down. I think they are the Don Julios of internet creators. Would I ever do it again? No. Because it gives a sort of digital slavery vibe to me. And I don't want to be a slave. Wait.
That's crazy.
Wait.
I mean, that's a...
And I think this is just the perfect place to start, especially when you look at top streamers like Kai or Speed and even DDG. His is a little unique, and I'll get to him when I get there. But as for Speed and Kai, to an extent, their freedom is limited. Their content has reached a point where it needs to be bigger and bigger, and it needs to top whatever they did last. Not only that, they've become jesters for the chat, being influenced by whatever their chat wants rather than their own will. I think the
Like, okay, so I think I see where this is going. Let me get my little take on this before we get too far into it. I don't know if it's necessarily slavery. Do I think they are upping the character ante? Yes, they're definitely not 100% authentic. Are they doing some shit that chat says that they really don't want to do? Probably. But like, as to call it slavery, I don't know. It's a stretch.
Funniest showcase of this was after Kai had left Jinxie hanging, his chat spammed L's, which instantly rewired his coding and made him want to go and play with Jinxie again.
Let's see. Al Kai, what am I doing? Why does it say Al Kai? No, tell Jinxie. Matter of fact, no. Okay, yeah. I'm going to Jinxie, bro. Tell Jinxie they had something playing IRL, but nigga, I'm about to do a one-on-one. Tell JC I'll do the one-on-one with him. I'm not doing it. I didn't want to do the IRL shit. I ain't gonna lie. I told him not to do IRL. Tell JC I didn't want to do I'm not doing the IRL shit, gang. I'm not. No. I don't have to, Chad, listen, lad, listen. No. Tell him come back. He got on for real? JC ended for real, oh God. Bro.
I don't know if y'all seen this clip. God, what did you expect Jinxie to do? Just stand there? Well, guys, the AMP boys left. I guess we're just gonna... we could probably just sit here and wait for them till they get back. I mean, y'all, he was really in the middle of talking about how he was about to play some Clash Royale with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Or it might have been Siege. I think you Siege or Clash Royale. I know he only be on those two. But he was talking about that, and you just got up like you had to go somewhere. So what did you think he was gonna do?
And this is exactly what I mean. At a certain level, you have to yield to the will of the masses, and it's
Is this
scary.
nigga
Almost,
serious?
I'm not gonna lie. Seeing Kai go from doing IRL content to walking right back to the screen, it looks something like this.
See, we weren't here that long.
But it's like Quinn said, it's digital slavery. You have to appease the masses. You have to appease your audience, because that's what being at the top is like. You deal with the stress of disappointing people. So what do you do to avoid it? You listen and you remain obedient and you obey their commands. You have to become PR trained. And that's where the whole Coco Melon Sanat fake reactions and stylist allegations came from. When Kai reached the top, something flipped. Let's talk about that for a second. So like I said, being at the top means appealing to the masses. However, that is not exclusive to the top. Let me explain.
But to be fair, I know I'm pausing a lot. You know I get down, man. To be fair, when you're at the top, you play on different rules anyways. Like once you reach a certain level, like Mr. Beast is playing on a whole different game than other YouTubers. And it just is what it is. Like once you get to a certain level, you can't be the same person you were, or you're not going to be able to reach that next level. You're going to have to change. If you don't want to change, cool. You're just not going to probably go up to the next level, which is fine. You're probably still making good bread without it, but you're going to have to change if you want to take that next step. I'm telling you.
Even as a smaller YouTuber, there is definitely a push and pull between making what I want and making what is gonna obviously go crazy. Being at the top is sort of like that, but instead of it being push and pull, they're pushing you to appeal to the broadest audience imaginable, thus leading you down a path of people pleasing. But rather than you people pleasing in a one-on-one conversation, you're now expected to please millions. We be cooking Kai a lot for being an inauthentic PR trained man who has various stylists for everything he does.
Like, can I just react to the music? Like how y'all gonna tell me what I did? How y'all gonna tell? Oh my, that's so annoying, bro. Oh my god. Yeah, they gonna think this is another fake reaction. So annoying because I generally didn't know. Once I put something on my mother or my life.
But if I'm going to be fair to him, I have to acknowledge there are definitely pressures to make content that is going to do well or to act a certain way. So I'll give him a break. But that's why being at the top is slavery, because it goes from being an underlying pressure to nigga do it. Like,
okay, I see what he's saying. I see what he's saying now.
But the nigga do it in the scenario is basically crazy chat full of parasocials, teenagers, and basement dwelling grown men who are willing to toss their last to donate or whatever. I want to take this time to mention Adin Ross and his identity as a brand risk. And outside of Adin being a horrible human, the idea of being a brand risk is the antithesis of the digital slavery we call being a top streamer. That's because you're saying fuck you to the PR, to the sponsorships, and releasing yourself from those shackles. And one of those shackles being high production content, which is kind of heavy as a topic in and of itself, and it's good and bad, but let's just fucking get into it. So with high production content, not only is it a shackle that limits what streamers do, it is also something that's a product of the recent.
Have y'all seen this? I have not seen any clips of this recently. You know what I'm saying? Like at all. And usually I see a couple DDG clips pop up. I haven't seen. I'll take that back. I seen one India Love VDG mom was sitting on the couch voting some girl off. I seen that one. But that's the only one I've seen so far. I think it's over with though.
The reality showification that streaming is undergoing, which I have a separate video on that, but I'll be using points that I'm probably gonna repeat in that video too. Let's start with the positives though. So with Coco Melon Sanat's recent disappearance being time for him to prep for his anticipated Mafia-thon, it was clear he was gonna come back bigger. He's one of the guys who's currently pushing streaming forward in terms of high production. For example, his Batman Marathon stream was crazy, and even I tuned in and had a little giggle at Reggie having a tism outburst.
Off the weapon wheel, nigga. What the?
Master Wayne, you know that's gonna be damn near impossible.
Nah, I was practicing. I thought I had it in me. I ain't got it in me.
And Kai dropped.
I'm not even a Glazer type nigga. This nigga really changed the game, y'all. Like, think about it. really think about it. Before Kai Cenat was on the space, who was out here doing shit like this? You might get the occasional street interview IRL, you know what I'm saying? Or you might get the occasional mukbang IRL. But you were not seeing this type of production done before Kai Cenat did this shit. On Twitch, you were not seeing this, bro. You weren't.
Driving around his large ass property streaming to 160,000 people with a drone camera is insane, and that's revolutionary for streaming. And I'd be lying if I said this wasn't extremely cool. This is the new era. This is the evolution of content, and that's not an inherently bad thing. It only opens up new windows. You had niggas go from streaming Fortnite to high production content at the tip of our fingers. That's the future. And even Doodoo Garbage himself was locking in on his production. This nigga had like 3-dimensional polygonal effects and shit on screen. Granted, it was used for a Gooner show though, and if y'all want a video on DDG and the game show of Doom, please comment, because I was peeping a little drama and I had a few things I could add. But my point is that the high quality production is cool, but it's not everything. Because why was Speed tweaking over his stream lagging? And I mean, he was just getting straight out of body.
My fault, chat.
What is it lagging? Well, I'm me and Tom Brady. Why is it lagging?
This nigga, bro. That's just Speed, though. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a clip of him not getting mad about stuff. That's literally just him. I think sometimes it's overplayed. Sometimes he really might be pissed. But like, it's just Speed at the end of the day. Like, I don't know.
Why is nobody saying? I'm talking to Tom Brady for 10 minutes about his Super Bowl trophies, and ain't nobody saying.
Nigga yelling with his eyes closed, chat.
Production! Production! Come on! This is the moment! What is going on?
And before niggas say it, I'm not dismissing how he feels. And if he paid top notch, his production team better lock in. I agree. But dog, is it that serious though? Is it that serious? Is this what streaming has come to? It's so optimized to the point niggas are crashing out at their production team. Yeah, when I hear niggas say teams, my ears start jumping. I thought this was singles, but I loaded in solo squads. But not just that, in Speed's case, production is not the only problem. That's the shackles part. This nigga has to have the highest everything. He's not allowed to have default stats no more. He has to min-max because that's what his audience wants, and that's what he has to give. That's what's expected out of him. He's shackled to the pressure of exceeding his previous achievements, and this hyper-optimized content is just getting to be far removed from what content creation originally was, which was just broadcasting yourself for real. But if you've noticed by now, it's nuanced like many things. But that's still crazy because I'm not crashing out about that, and that's facts. But do you remember when Jacksepticeye talked about Mr. Beast ruining YouTube?
Now Jack, a completely unrelated question. Do you like Mr. Beast? No. Jack,
I don't think I've seen this.
do you think Mr. Beast ruined YouTube? Yes.
Wow.
Now in all honesty,
So I don't know. I don't think people like change necessarily. Mr. Beast didn't ruin YouTube, I don't think. I mean, he took, instead of it being, instead of it being, you know what I'm saying, just a bunch of gaming or just a bunch of reactions or, you know what I'm saying, like this, he made YouTube more of an IRL thing. I don't think that's necessarily bad. I think anything that brings more eyes to the platform is good. I don't think it's necessarily bad. Now, what Kick has going on, that shit is bad. Like, you can't just have people on the site just saying like that, like just saying wild stuff like that, like off the wall, because you're not gonna get no ad revenue. You're not gonna get, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know if I agree.
Jack, why? Because it became more about views, money, and popularity than it did about having fun. You just don't think you had fun playing Squid Games? You don't think you had fun riding on yachts? Building wells in Africa? I don't know. If he had fun doing those videos, they'd be longer.
Do you see where I'm going with this? I'm saying that high production content is optimizing streaming to a similar extent to Mr. Beast's YouTube slot-optimization, which is only sending content towards this money-driven, clout-driven future. But instead of it being niggas easily hopping on trends, it's turning into corporate slop. And your favorite streamers are gonna be slaves to the material wealth and internet fame, and we'll move to the will of the machine. Fuck. Let's let's just talk about lust again. But what I really mean is content. This one affects both men and women. Let's talk about men first because these niggas be annoying. Here he go again. You think I'm tripping? Okay, watch this.
This is on stream, by the way.
And y'all want to know what's even crazier? People told me I was tripping for having DDG as my thumbnail, or that DDG don't even be doing girl content for real, and that I don't watch him. Bro, it's the game.
There's only 2 thumbnails for that. DDG or the Shay Freaky Frost. Those are only 2 thumbnails for that.
Game show of doom, lust, and despair for a reason. This type of content is genuinely Karapika's Ninchain. It has the streaming community binded so tightly. And why? Niggas scroll their timeline and they find a shorty throwing it back, but it's on a stream? And I won't keep harping on how it's weird for kids because that's obvious, but let's just talk about how everything is becoming. I'm not saying people can't enjoy explicit content or get or whatever, you feel me? I'm a nigga, I mess with it, but nobody got class though. Nobody classy with it anymore. It just feels like it's an easy content trap that's obviously getting milked, and it's also content that's just being served with no substance. But get this, I think it isn't just how the content is, but it's the manner in which women are shorty.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sit here and cat. You cannot get mad at the content creators for producing this content. If it's as bad, because like I don't be watching streams. Like I already told you, I don't watch streams like that. I don't. I might tap into an Astro Dior stream, maybe. That's like the max. But I was about to say, you can't get mad at them for that. But at the end of the day, y'all are just still watching it. Y'all still putting numbers on it. If y'all don't want to see it no more, stop watching it. And if the Gooners are too strong and they over here watching it, then they gonna keep making it, man. They just gonna keep making it, bro. Because it's low-key a little bit about cheese for them, which is fine. I can't hate on it. I can't hate on it. I can't. Like if you started this only for cheese, I can't be mad. If you started this to build a community, to build the best community on YouTube, I can't be mad at you, twin. Either way, I'm not mad at you. But you know what I'm saying? You can't just, you know,
working on the table, not realizing she is being viewed as a piece of meat. And personally, I'm not trying to view content that is serving me women on a plate like their food. But I can always harp on the niggas, but women be feeding into this type of content just like the men. Maybe not as much, but they're definitely to blame as well. Even on DDG's show, India Love had to tell shorties to stop themselves.
Want to see more of on the show though? Instead of all the the dream big that's going on. I wanted to see ladies being more attentive towards him. Like, y'all know he loves cheeses. Where the f is cheeses at?
And when you got India Love telling you to chill out on the, you're doing something insanely wrong. But before I continue, I gotta say shout out to my nigga Omar because he inspired this section specifically. He made a wonderful video about the current state of female streaming, and obviously it's in the gutters, so let me.
Hey, if y'all ain't seen that, it's in the channel. Go watch it. It's fire. You know I'm easy to be dropping.
We talk about it for a little bit. Back to India Love. She was right. I'm not gonna lie, but she herself is shackled to the lust.
You know what my motto is? There's a bitch that turns 18 every day, okay? So you need to be on your because it turns 18 every day, and I'm not gonna be the bitch that used to be the cool. No, I'm gonna always be the cool forever and ever and ever, and y'all gonna know me as the original cool OG. LA. That's just what it is.
You see how because she wants to remain number one, she wants to be at the top, she has to absolutely embarrass herself? Because what do you mean at almost 30 years old, India Love is competing with teenagers? Do you understand what I mean? Streaming is digital slavery because streamers are bound to certain actions and behaviors that help them remain on the top. These things will influence how they navigate and express themselves publicly. And when it comes to women, this circle of content and the objectification of themselves is coming from the pressure of that chain. sell, so why not keep doing it? Why not take the shortcut and blow up? I made a video on a shorty named Samaya, and her issue was that people considered her the community ball, but that's because she kept being in these lustful atmospheres. But why? Because she's shackled to that content. That's what goes up, so that's what she feels compelled to do. So everyone I've discussed today, in one way or another, is probably doing something because they feel compelled or they feel controlled by the pressure to perform for others or for numbers or for success. A prison built on their own expectations. But it's like Quinn said, you got to give your life to it, and I'm good.
Yeah, I feel that. Hey, great video, DH. With that being said, y'all, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Streaming, man, streaming. If you like, I said, I don't be watching streams. If you watch streams, I don't think that's a bad thing. I just personally, I'm not watching a stream unless it's like, you know what I'm saying. It has to be really entertaining for me to watch a stream. With that being said, hope y'all enjoyed the video, and we go.
She call me Luda, bitch, I roll out with my shooters. She wanna fuck me in a Plymouth Barracuda. I got my gun on, yeah, she know I'm